Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? This is my brand new map. Well, it's not my map, it's the new map that I'm going to be playing. And, ooh, I got a gold coin. Okay, excellent. Good start. This map is designed to look quite old. And unfortunately, it's got just the standard starting machinery, but we're going to change that. This is not my first episode, this is just a brief introduction, and we're going to have a quick look around the map and see what we got. Got seeds in here. This is the sugar beet and potato storage. I can see the potatoes there, but I can't see the sugar beet. I'm assuming the sugar beet are there. I think there was a patch, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, my theme, I've been telling you all this time that I'm going to have a theme for the map. The theme for this map is going to be machinery prior to 1980. I will make a couple of exceptions if I've got to, but for the most part, I will only use machinery manufactured before 1980. I am playing this on hard difficulty purely because if you take a look at the price of the machines, let's go to the tractors a minute. If you have a look through the old tractors that we are actually able to use for this map, sticking very closely to the rule that we cannot have anything after 1980, they're quite cheap. And because they're quite cheap and all the other machinery is as well, it does mean that I thought if we put it onto hard difficulty, it would be slightly more realistic. Now, I've done some research, and the Deutz AgroStar 6.61 was somewhere in the 90s, and the Hurleyman here, this was manufactured first in, I think that was in the 90s as well, I'm not quite sure. The Rosenloo over there, that was also a later manufacture, so I can't use any of these. I have no idea about that one, I haven't looked it up. That cultivator, that could be any year of manufacture, so we will keep the cultivator. The weights, most of the rest of it, we're going to have to sell. So let's just go to the garage, we won't bother driving them off, we will sell them. So I'll sell 2 Hurleymans. There we go. I'm going to buy a couple of tractors, and I'm going to buy a combine that I have got a mod for. So we will get that one, and I've got a couple of other mods, and then we will take a look around the map and see what we've got. Sell that one. Okay, right. This trailer, the Brantner, it kind of looks more modern. So I think we'll get rid of that one as well. We'll get an older trailer. I will be using a lot of mods for this game, obviously, because of the that plough looks newer. You didn't have so many reversible ploughs before the 80s, so we'll get rid of that and that one, and then we'll just get rid of all of these weights as well, because most of the older tractors didn't actually have front linkage. Oops, I want to sell. There we go, and sell that one, and again. Right, so the only thing that we've got is the cultivator. Now, if I back out a little bit, and we've got £175,000, I want to get a couple of tractors. So if I go through here, most of these come from the Classics pack that is available on the main website. I've also downloaded and installed from ModHoster, there'll be a link down below, the Lizard pack here, and I will find where I got these Renault ones from because they're also available. The Lizard pack is the Classics pack from 2011, so that one is available to use. Now, I'm going to use an old Bura, and that one I quite like because it sort of reminds me of the one that we had in 2013. I did look up that tractor, and I'm not quite sure of the year of manufacture. If anybody does know, please let me know, that'd be fantastic. And we will also get an old Hurleyman. So, get those 2 tractors. I need a trailer, obviously, for harvesting, so let's have a look in the tippers. Ooh, those are too big. Now, we've got the small tipper here. This is from the FS15 set, or I've got this one over here. This one here is 7,900 litres, this one's 4,500. I know you can join 2 of those together, so I think I will get 2 of those. There, and another one. There we go. Right, that's those. Now, harvesters, the Classic pack from the 2011 set gave me these 2 harvesters. You got this one at 17,400. And this one can also take a corn header as well as the standard header, whereas this one can only take the standard header. But I think we'll start with this one. I think it would be more fitting if we start with that one. So there's that one, and if I back out and go into the headers, scroll through, you'll notice that I've got all of the mods from the other ones as well. I really should tidy up my mod folder and just use the ones for the game at the time, but I'm too lazy to do that, to be quite honest. Right. There was one other thing I wanted to get. I got this one here, a Golf GTI. 12,360, which we're going to use. We will go for the... Yeah, we'll stick with the default colour, I think. Oops. I want to buy it and click on the default colour. There we go. Purchased. So that has left us with £107,000. Now, that's a bit much to be starting off with, I think. It's... We've got these... Okay, let's jump to the machinery shop. We've got these here. We've got these 2 tractors. We've got this combine here. And we've got the car, which is actually out over here. I'll show you where the car is, and we're going to use the car for our little drive around. There it is, over there. That's fantastic. But we got too much money. 107,000 is a little bit too much to start with. Ooh, there's a gold coin there. Grab that one. So I'm going to use the money cheat to get rid of £100,000. There. Now we have 7,000, and we've got our starting machinery that is in keeping with everything before the 1980s. So here is our car. This thing is awesome. Start it up. That's brilliant. Right, so you can open the doors on the front, which is brilliant. That guy, he looks way too big for that car. He really does. Look at him. You can open the bonnet, you can open the boot, and what was the last? Oh, the front windows is keypad 4. You can wind the windows down. Look at, he's touching the roof. That car is a little bit small for you, mate. But it is brilliant. It's well made. It's well thought out. And I actually think that this map, to be honest, is not set in the UK. I think this is set on mainland Europe. So I shouldn't be in pounds. Although prior to 1980 we didn't have the euro, that's the closest one we'll get. So I will do it after this tour in euros. Now, I can't drive onto the fields because I still have the crop destruction. I've got the workers consume seeds as well. We own all the fields to start with, and you'll notice that the fields are very small. And this is actually a really good thing, because it means that with the small old machinery, we... Hang on, let's zoom out a little bit so that we can see a bit more of this. So we've got a field of silage up the air. With the small old machinery, obviously it's going to take a lot longer to do any fields. So down here we have a little island, and oops, crashing my car there. That was terrible driving. I'm keeping it zoomed out like this so that we can have a look around the map and appreciate it. And it is beautifully done. It is absolutely beautifully made. There's a gold coin there, and another one on the bridge. I will come back and collect the gold coins. I expect we'll do that at some point. We'll sort of gather up all the gold coins that we've missed, and just to see what they give us. Now, this here, I believe, is just a sell point. It's a standard sell point. And then if we drive over here, we go around this loop. I have done a little bit of exploring, so I sort of know a little bit of where I'm supposed to be going. I thought that would be helpful. Down this end of this little separate island, we've got the lumber mill. We've got quite a bit of forestry stuff as well, and I've been looking into it. I'm very disappointed to have to report that the automatic harvesters like the Ponsse Scorpion, there was no versions of those manufactured prior to 1980. It was about 1984 that you first started to get them. So any logging we do is going to have to be with a chainsaw. Now there were machines manufactured prior to 1980 that we can collect the logs with, which is good. So here we sell, that's where we sell the logs, and where did you sell, it was over here, wasn't it? This is the biomass heating. Now biomass heating has been used for a long time. This is something that is in fitting with prior to 1980. Ooh, another gold coin there. But the BGA, there is no BGA on this map, no biogas plant, because that is something that is a bit more modern. So we will not be able to sell lots of silage to make lots of money, which means we're going to have to rely on crops and on milk. You do have the option in this map of turning off the automatic selling of milk and using a bowser to take the milk to the sell point. I'm choosing at the moment not to do that. If we buy cows, we will allow the cows to the milk to automatically sell at midnight. We might change that a bit later on. I don't actually know what this one is up here. We've got around most of the fields. If I just come out of this car a second, around most of the fields you'll see there's actually little ditches and banks. We've got some small meadows that aren't marked up, which is absolutely brilliant because it's something that we can use for hay and making silage. The mill pond, if you want to sell wood, simply drop it into the mill pond. Where is the pond? We've got a grass cell point right there. This isn't a pond. This is a house, unless the pond is behind it. No. Well, where's the mill pond? I have seen several ponds around. I'm just going to assume that that is a cell point of some sort. Okay. Where should we go now? Should we try and go? No, we won't go off-country with that one. Off-country? Off-road, I should say. And let's spin round a second and then drive back up this way. We've got a couple of shops up to the north. And there's a big area of grass up to the north as well, which is, I think, really good because we can... There's a load of pedestrians there. Yeah, it's a huge area of grass. It's not actually marked as a field, but we could, if we wanted to, we could plough it up, or we can just use it as a grass field for hay and silage and so on and so forth. The only thing that I'm having a bit of an issue with is finding mixed feed. What's this? Sell point for the wool. Excellent. I've got to find an old machine for picking up the pallets for the wool. That shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. But yeah, the only trouble that I'm having is the feed mixers. I'm having a bit of trouble finding one from before 1980. I think that we might have to just go for a more modern one, even though it's glaringly obvious that it's wrong. It doesn't fit with the map. If we're to achieve the 100% on the cows, because you did have silage before 1980. You definitely had silage before then. The first records of silage being made date all the way back to the late 1800s. So silage was known about and it was used. It wasn't used widely before the 70s, but in the 70s it started to come into its own. So it will fit in quite nicely with what we want to do. We have a silage clamp here, I'm assuming. Yes, this must be a silage clamp because, let me just bring this one up. There we go, compacting and fill level, yeah. This is the cattle yard up here. I'm not quite sure where the sheep yard is. We'll find that in a minute. So, if we want to get our cows at 100% and give them mixed rations, which is the hay and the silage and straw all mixed together, we will need a feed mixer of some sort. I will keep looking for an older one, but at the moment I haven't had much luck finding one. So if anyone does know of one, please let me know. There's not a lot else to... Ooh, driving off the road. There's not a huge amount else to look at, and I have been rambling on for nearly 15 minutes now, so perhaps we will draw this to a close, and later today I will be uploading my first Let's Play on this map, and this is going to be 3 days a week, the same as Melbury Estate. Melbury Estate will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this Old Times map will be on Thursday, Friday and Saturdays. Let's just take a quick peek up here and see if there's anything. What's that? Oh, that's a water refill point. You've got these ditches on each side, which stops you from being able to drive in and out of the fields. I did try it a few times with a tractor when I was driving around first time, just sort of exploring the map, and some of the ditches you really can't get across with a tractor or anything else. They are just a tiny little bit too deep. Anything up here? I don't think so. So the settings that I will put this map on, I've got it on hard difficulty as I already told you. I will have it on 5 times speed, the same as the other one. That's not going to be something I'll be asking you about. I'm going to put the crop growth onto slow, and I think that's about it for settings really. Those are the ones that I'm going to start off with, and I will think of something fanschmabulous to ask you all at the beginning of the first episode. We will do weekly questions, the same as we're going to be doing on Melbury Estate from now on. So, if you would like to watch this video, the actual Let's Play, then check my channel out later on today. You will find episode 1 of Old Times. Until then, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.